am getting my COVID vaccine on Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Yeah, so send me good wishes. It is quite scary as a pregnant woman to go get the COVID vaccine. And this week may be just me reading a lot because I don't feel good, or I may actually get to be productive like I would love to be. So, have a very busy week. I am currently reading These Violent Delights, which I'm a little behind on. I'm reading this with the TBR book club on Instagram. It is a very busy day today since it is before my COVID vaccine tomorrow. I want to get things done for the week. So I have to do the dishes today because I went on a long walk yesterday with my mother-in-law, which is why I'm pink. I think I got a little too much sun. Gotta be more careful with my skin because pregnancy does weird things to your skin. And I'm bumming it in just a t-shirt and sweatpants today, taking it easy. I just posted all of the voting for the TBR book club, which took so long. It took like 2 hours to get all the stories for Instagram ready, but it was worth it because it looks really cute. We're voting for April and May at once, and then in May we'll vote for June and July. I also need to go to CVS to pick up Tylenol because our acetaminophen, I think that's how you say it, whatever, is expired, and if we get fevers from our vaccines, because my husband's getting his second dose tomorrow, I'm getting my first dose, then I need to kind of negate the fever because it's dangerous for the baby. So I need some Tylenol that's not expired to help if I get a fever and just to help with the aches and pains. And I will be updating you about the vaccine after I get it in this vlog. So you will see that in this. So just so you know, I'm going to be pretty honest, but I'm pretty optimistic. So keep watching, but if you want to skip that, I will put right here if it goes well, so that if it doesn't, you know to skip. But I'm assuming things will be okay, and we'll spend the week editing a video. I have to edit like 2 videos that I want to get done before the end of the week. We have some baby stuff coming in the mail, and yeah, it's just gonna be a really productive week. I can feel it. I'm tired, my ribcage hurts, but we're gonna pull through. And yeah, let's get on with the day. Like, let's do it. I'm feeling pumped, so pumped. So let's hope we keep this energy up, keep raising the roof for the rest of this vlog, and it doesn't just go downhill from here. Hello, it is now the evening. Not the evening, it's almost 11 p.m. Little update before we get into a heavier topic, but I spent the day in bed. I was just not having it today. My body said, girl, you need rest, you need to get in bed, you need to be a sloth. So what did I do? I listened, because I've learned that with a pregnant body, you listen to what it tells you to do. You don't dictate your life anymore. But first, before I get into talking about the vaccine that I'm getting this week, I wanted to show you this cute fanny pack that my cousin, well, my husband's cousin got me for Christmas. We didn't get to see her at Christmas because COVID, and we didn't have time to come pick up her gift. But look at this. Oh my goodness. Apparently it's handmade, I believe in Guatemala, but it's this I don't know if this is real leather. It feels like real leather, and it has 2 pockets, and it's such high quality. This is going to be really useful with the baby too, because put your phone, your wallet in here, and then just attach it to you, and then you're not going to lose it in the bottom of a bag. Easy access when your hands are full. I think this is great, and I am so grateful. So if you're watching this, our cousin, I love you. This is brilliant, and it's such my aesthetic. The black florals, kind of like quirky. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're a little quirky here. Anyway, thought this was cute. I will insert the website that was on the card that came in this, so if you are interested in fanny packs. I'm not affiliated or anything. I just think this is really awesome and really high quality. So yeah. So now I wanted to quickly talk about, because tomorrow is going to be kind of a whirlwind of things happening and I don't have a lot of time in the mornings because it takes me so long to get going. But I want to talk about kind of how my husband and I came to the conclusion of getting the vaccine as a pregnant woman. I know it's scary and we're scared for many reasons, so I just kind of wanted to talk about it. But before I talk about it, disclaimer, if you are allergic to the vaccine or something in it, do not get it. I'm not a doctor, but I can guarantee if you're allergic to something, you probably shouldn't get it injected into your body. And if you are a pregnant woman or someone who is immunocompromised and is not in the studied groups that got these vaccines early on in the studies, it is completely up to you to decide to get this done or not. It is, at the end of the day, whatever is going to make you comfortable and whatever is going to put your mind at ease, and whatever is safest for you and what you and your doctor talk about and come to the conclusion of. So in no way do I think that what I'm doing is what every pregnant woman should do, and in no way am I shaming any pregnant women who don't want to get it or breastfeeding women who don't want to get it. The purpose of me talking about this is, one, to encourage everyone to get the vaccine who can. If you are not allergic, if you are not pregnant, get the vaccine, please. It'll be fine. Just, it's worth the risk of getting the vaccine. It has been tested. There are tons of links and resources that you can look. I'll link some of them below that I used to make the decision for myself as a pregnant woman. So if you're not, get it. It's worth it, and you're gonna possibly save someone else's life, because even if you're not at risk or you've had COVID before, you are reducing your own chances of dying, but you're also reducing your ability to transmit it to someone like a pregnant woman who can't get it herself. You're gonna save a life. So please get it. That is my call to you who are not pregnant. Now, if you are, it's hard, it's scary, it's a very difficult and convoluted decision to make because there's really no right or wrong answer. Either way, you're risking something, but as the CDC and Kaiser Permanente, my doctor, has stated, newborns and mothers who have just given birth are one of the most at-risk groups alongside elderly and immunocompromised. And it is so dangerous to get COVID. If you are pregnant, if you recently gave birth, and if you're a newborn baby. And nobody wants their newborn baby to get COVID and possibly not make it. That is just outrageous and terrible, and I couldn't even imagine, and I couldn't live with myself if that happened. When you have a baby, most likely if it's in a hospital, you're gonna stay in the hospital for a few days, like I am. When I deliver, I am delivering in a hospital, whether by cesarean or vaginal, I don't know. Gonna try for one, but open to both. And that means I'm gonna be in the hospital for several days when I give birth to my child. So where is a lot of people getting COVID? Hospitals. Hospitals are a high transmission place for COVID because where do people go when they're sick? Hospitals. So something that's really plagued me this entire pregnancy has been I have to stay in a hospital for several days where I could possibly get COVID, and if I get COVID, I could give it to my baby. If my baby ends up in the NICU, she could get it in the NICU from other babies, from people visiting. I know hospitals do everything they can, and they do their best to keep that from happening, but things happen. I don't personally like not having control of my situation. I personally will do anything and everything I can to make sure that my baby is safe and that I am safe to take care of my baby. Nobody expects to be the people that it happens to. I could not live with myself. I could not live with myself if my baby got COVID after she was born, if I got COVID and gave it to her, because it's preventable. It's something that I can prevent. My husband and I did some research on how the COVID vaccines work. We talked to our midwife and our doctors, and ultimately we decided the risk of us getting COVID and the negative consequences of that are a lot worse than getting this vaccine that they don't think is going to be an issue, that's already been given to thousands of pregnant women. I believe it was in Israel, which is a lot of women, and babies are being born with the antibodies. We had the first one in the news recently about, I think it was a week ago, of a newborn born to a vaccinated mother who has the antibodies. I feel like it is my job to give her that vaccine the way that I can, which is I get vaccinated and the results of that vaccine, so the antibodies that my body creates in response to the vaccine, will go to her. We don't know how long they last in the body. We don't know after she's born how long she'll have those antibodies. There's just not enough studies, but I'd rather take that risk and there possibly be a complication, there possibly be something up, than risk myself or my baby dying after birth, because I can prevent that. I can prevent being at risk for COVID, which I would rather do. I would rather avoid getting COVID pretty much for sure, rather than avoid a vaccine that is possibly or possibly not a problem. What really motivated this decision and got me really researching it was Sierra's YouTube channel. She is also pregnant and she got the vaccine. She got the Johnson & Johnson. I believe I'm getting Pfizer or Moderna tomorrow. So yeah, watching her channel really just kind of relieved me when I saw how happy she was to get it, and I realized the benefits outweigh the costs in this case. So if you're interested in her video, I will also link that down below, because she talks a little bit about it too, and we're not doctors. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you anything, but my own doctor told me when I asked her, I said, do you think I should get it? She said, what can you live with at the end of the day? What will relieve you of your anxieties? That's what's important. And she said, you know, you don't want to regret something. So she said you don't want to get the vaccine and then regret getting it because you are anxious the entire time you have it that something's wrong with the baby, right? But she also said you don't want to be anxious going into birth, going into the hospital for delivery, and having family come to visit after the baby is born, even if they're vaccinated, because that could be a big anxiety. She said, which one is the one that you're dealing with? And for me, I worry much more about getting COVID than I do a vaccine that is not new. The science is there, and they've been using this type of vaccine and studying it in other cases, not this specific vaccine, but the process of making it, for years now in cancer research. So I personally feel more comfortable getting it than not getting it now. Before, I was on the opposite side. I didn't want to risk putting anything in me that I didn't think had enough research, because I didn't want to risk hurting her. But now my fear of COVID is more, and the more research that comes out, the more convinced I got. So I'm sorry this is long. All to say, this is how we came to the conclusion that we are more scared of COVID than we are scared of a vaccine that's been tested on thousands and thousands and thousands of people and has been put in some pregnant women. And we will sign up for the studies and provide data for them after the baby's born. Before the baby's born, I will give them all the data that they want. They can test us for antibodies and all kinds of stuff afterward if that's gonna help with the data processing to encourage more pregnant women to get it. That's just a personal opinion though. If you're pregnant and, like I said, getting it is going to leave you anxious because you don't know how it's going to affect your baby long term, don't get it. If that's what anxiety drives you, don't get it, because you're just gonna feel anxious and that's not healthy for you or your baby. But if your anxiety is more around getting COVID and could you live with yourself if you got COVID and gave it to your baby and they possibly didn't make it, or you didn't make it, or you were just so lifelong damaged, because it is causing lifelong damage to lungs and hearts and stuff like that. If you can live with that, don't get the vaccine. But if you can't live with that like me, it's probably better to get the vaccine to avoid the COVID anxiety. I don't know if I'm making sense. In the end, make the decision for yourself. I'm going to show you my experience when I go tomorrow. I just wanted to kind of explain our ideas and why this is something that we came to the conclusion of, because I know a lot of people just don't know how they feel about it, or they're on the fence. So that I leave you with that. Decide what will give you more anxiety. And for me, I would rather get the vaccine than get COVID, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's where I am with that. Sorry, that's a heavier topic. Please do your own research and talk to your doctor first. Very important. Talk to your doctor, have an honest conversation with them, and decide for yourself. That's my spiel on the vaccine, my opinions, and how we came to the conclusion that it was what we needed to do. So, my husband gets his tomorrow at like 1-ish, 1:30, but he's getting it at a high school somewhere downtown. I'm getting it from Kaiser, my hospital. Mine is at like 2 p.m, so we're going separately. And I need to pick up, I didn't go to the store today, so I need to pick up Tylenol while I'm there, because in case we get a fever, we need something to suppress the fever. But my husband got Pfizer. I'm getting either Pfizer or Moderna. The hospital does both. I don't know if they're gonna let me choose. If you're curious, if I got to choose, I would choose Pfizer just because that's what my husband got. So I don't know. If I had to pick one, that's the one I would get. But Moderna and Pfizer are basically the same thing. So yeah, that's what I got for you. This baby is kicking me really hard right now because I'm talking. She likes that. She likes listening to me. Someone likes listening to me. Nobody likes listening to me. Anyway, before I embarrass myself any further, it is 11 p.m. I should go to bed. I'm instead gonna go read on my phone. Bad habits, don't take after me. I'll see you tomorrow for the big day. Love you. Go get your vaccine if you can get it. Appreciate you. Go read a book. Feel empowered. Love you. Hi, hello. So it is now Tuesday, the big day of the vaccine. It is 12:55 p.m. My appointment is at 2:40 and it's about 30 minutes away, so we will not be leaving for another hour or so. I ate breakfast, as you saw, and got dressed. I'm bumming it today once again. Just sweats, t-shirt, cardigan, because it's actually a rainy day, which is just wonderful and also just beautiful, and I love it. Was not expecting that. And yeah, so the plan today, I'm going to eat some lunch before I leave because I don't know how I'm going to feel afterward. Then I'm going to drive there and get it and come home, and we'll take it easy and see how we feel. Also, we're trying out the man bun to control this mullet situation. I know I can't grab the front hairs because they're just too short, but I tuck them behind my ear anyway. But I think this just kind of gets rid of that like mullet shape that happens down here. I don't know, we're trying it out today. We'll see how long that lasts, and hope it doesn't give me a headache to have my hair in like a little tight ponytail. But that's really all that's on the agenda today. Going to get the vaccine in an hour and eating lunch, and we'll see about dinner. I don't know. My husband is also getting his. He just left for his, so if we're both not feeling very good, then obviously we're just gonna order takeout or something real quick. To talk a little bit about, I'm leaving in an hour to go get the vaccine. I am a little nervous now that it's so close and impending, like it's happening now. Little nervous. I'm glad that my version is a doctor version, a doctor visit, like an office visit version of getting the shot. It's not like sit in the car and then they give it to you and make you sit in your car for 15 minutes and then they let you go after you've been observed. I believe what's gonna happen, I'll specify later on if this isn't what actually happened, but I believe what's gonna happen is it's an office visit. So I go to see a doctor, check in with the nurses at the front, and then go back and they give me the shot, and then I have to wait. I think it's 30 minutes, especially for someone who's pregnant. I think that's what's gonna happen as long as I don't have a reaction. If I have a reaction in that 30 minutes, then we're gonna have a whole nother story, and you probably won't hear from me until I'm home again and things are better. All right, see you after the shot. Hi, hello. So, just got my vaccine about 2 hours ago. It went fine. I got home and had lunch. I did have to wait 15 minutes there, and it's fine. Everything's good. We didn't have any adverse reactions. The arm I got it in is like maybe mildly sore. Not as bad as my Tdap vaccine that I got last month. So that's interesting. It'll probably hurt later tonight, like most muscles do after you stab them with a needle. So I'm expecting that. I have no swelling, no redness, so that's nice. To explain kind of how it went down, I went to check in. The lady argued with me about how I don't qualify, which was just wonderful. Luckily, her coworker came up and said, no, pregnant women count as immunocompromised. Like, she wouldn't have been able to make the appointment if she didn't count. Anyway, once I actually got in, I had a lovely nurse named Ariel who basically sat me down, explained to me that, am I sure I want to do this? Have I talked to my doctor about it? Blah, 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 because not FDA approved. It's approved for emergency use, and it has not been tested on pregnant women. And I said, yes, I'm fine. They asked me 3 times. They wanted to be very sure that I was willing to do this. And I got the shot. I sat next to their desk for 15 minutes, and then I went home. Well, I went to CVS, bought Tylenol, and yeah, I feel fine. My usual pregnancy feelings are there, like the rib pain that I've always had didn't go away from this morning, from before I got it. And yeah, I feel kind of tired, but I felt tired when I woke up this morning, so I don't think that's due to the shot. I think that's just being pregnant, and today was one of those days that I woke up feeling tired, so there's that. Nothing to report so far. Everything's fine. I'll check in again with you if something changes, but for now, I'm actually gonna go build a little baby bouncer, rocker, lounger. I don't know what to call it. I'll insert a picture right here of what I'm talking about. See ya. Hi, hello. Little update. It has now been 7 hours since my vaccine, and I feel pretty okay. I feel pretty normal. I took a bath probably 2 hours ago just to relax. That's just what I do on my nightly routine, is take a bath for my aching joints. The only thing that's changed is the arm that I got it in has been quite sore. I've been stretching it out like they recommended, because after any shot, your arm is sore. Yeah, so really, that's it. Oh, although I did have a really weird symptom that I thought I should mention because I've never heard of this before, and my husband was also kind of shocked by it. But my arm, so I got it in my right arm. If you're pregnant, get it in your right arm because you have to sleep on your left side. Didn't think of that, did you? Because I almost didn't. Anyway, I got the shot in my right arm, and my right arm is like physically warmer than my left arm. It was so weird. It's gone now. I think they're pretty much the same temperature again. But when I first got it, that first like hour and a half home, this arm, the one I got it in, was tingly. Like it had like a little tingly feeling, and it was like hot. The whole arm, from like my shoulder to the tips of my fingers, was really, really hot. But this arm was fine. I was driving when I noticed it, and I reached over and I was like, hey, honey, is this hand really warm? Now feel this hand. And he was like, what the heck? Why is one of your arms really hot and the other one is not at all? And it's not like we had the air conditioner going or anything, so nothing was blowing on me. And it stayed like that for a few hours, but now it's fine. So I don't know, just a little weird thing. They said that the site would get warm and red, but it hasn't gotten red. You can see the little dot where I got it. It's like maybe a little warmer here than it is lower on my arm, but my whole arm was like hot. Like I had a fever in one arm. Can an arm get a fever? I don't know. That's a dumb question. But anyway, I've checked myself several times with our thermometer. I don't have a fever. That's a good sign. Anyways, yeah, I'm in my pajama jams and I don't feel as tired as I normally do at this time. Can you get energy from the shot? I don't think so. I think maybe I just feel better than I expect to feel, so I'm feeling energetic. But it is 9:47. I'm thirsty, actually. My water's right there. It's like half empty. I'm going to chug the rest of that and then go refill it and sit down and hopefully read or something. That's my update. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling okay. My husband also feels fine. His arm's just really sore, which affects him more than it affects me. I'm pretty fine. I stretch it out and it kind of hurts. We had dinner around 6. Got Miguel's Jr. I love their nachos, or their original like bean and cheese burrito. It's pretty good. But yeah, so I did get Moderna, and my sister-in-law did say that when she got Moderna, that it was the day after that she started really feeling symptoms. Alrighty, bye-bye. I'm rambling. Good morning, everyone. It is now the day after my vaccine. I just took a shower. It's 12:37 p.m. I am going to go eat breakfast now, but last night before I went to sleep, my arm hurt a lot. It was very sore to move at all. So I took a Tylenol. No fever still, even I checked several times before I went to bed. No fever. And yeah, so sorry, a fan just turned off somewhere in the house. Anyway, my arm hurt a lot last night when I tried to go to sleep. The Tylenol helped and I was able to sleep. Then this morning I feel fine. I actually feel better than I felt yesterday morning when I woke up, because yesterday morning I woke up feeling tired, which just happens. But I feel good today. I do have some cramping or soreness in my right thigh, but that's the side I got the shot in my right arm. That's the side. So very strange. The cramping in my thigh, just like the top of my thigh, is more than my arm. My arm doesn't hurt as much today. I can like, it's a little sore, but not as bad as it was when I tried to go to sleep last night. Other than that, I feel good. I feel hungry. I'm gonna go eat some food. But yeah, so far so good. Everyone's been telling me that I'll feel worse the second day, like the day after I get it, but I feel fine, so we'll see. My husband, on the other hand, he's not feeling that great. He's not having like a severe reaction to his second dose of Pfizer, but he is not the top of his game today, I would say. He's definitely feeling like a little achy, and then he's woke up with a headache. So there's that. We'll see if it gets better. But other than that, we're fine. So let's hope that this continues throughout the day. I actually feel very energetic, which is strange. Like, I want to go make pancakes and like do a bunch of things, which I don't even normally want to do while I'm pregnant because I'm too tired. So I don't know if it's making me feel better or if I'm just feeling better because I'm feeling better than I expected to. But I do have a doctor's appointment for my gestational diabetes in about an hour. And yeah, my blood sugar's been stable since getting it. I feel fine, and yeah. All that's really weird is like the top of my right thigh being a little sore, whatever that means. Is that pregnancy related? Is that COVID vaccine related? I don't know. So the temperature difference between my hands is still slight. Like, I can definitely tell that the right side is still warmer than the left side, so that's still weird, but it's not as bad as when I first got the shot. So, oh, and when I was trying to go to sleep last night, my wrist was kind of sore, probably from the mild inflammation from the shot site. So there's also that to consider. But it was, again, extremely mild. I've had worse pregnancy aches and pains, so who knows what it's due to. But yeah, gonna go eat now. Everyone, it is now Thursday. It is 2 p.m. I've had my vaccine for 48 hours now, and I feel fine. I feel good. I haven't had any reactions aside from the ones that I told you about that were not a big deal. I woke up with a little bit of a stuffy nose this morning, but I always wake up with a stuffy nose, so I guess that's not a big deal. And other than that, I actually feel probably better than I did right before I got it, because I was having like a rough day the day I got it. So I feel better. Is that because I expected to feel worse? I don't know. But I feel good. I haven't had any reactions. Baby has been very active. She's just as active as always. And I haven't had any weird concerns, so there's that. I will probably end the vlog here and do another one when I get my second dose, and then maybe do a little closing statement once the baby is born, and they may test her for antibodies, they may not, I don't know. But I will see you again in the future about this, possibly, just depends. But if you found this helpful, if you're pregnant and you got the vaccine, can you comment your story down below? I would love to hear it. I am very curious to see how many other pregnant women have gotten it and what their experience has been like. Any pregnant person is what I should say. Sorry about that. I need to get better about my phrasings. But if you are pregnant and you got the vaccine, or if you just got the vaccine and you had any weird symptoms, kind of like my arm thing, comment them down below. And if you're expecting, congratulations. I'm happy for you, and I hope you can make the right decision for you and your baby, whatever will bring you peace of mind. I hope you stay safe. Please stay safe. Do your research, talk to your doctor, listen to professionals that know what they're talking about and have your best interest in mind. And thank you so much for joining me on this little short journey. I'm glad everything went well. I feel so much relief now that I know that, one, I didn't have a reaction to the vaccine, and two, now me and baby are a lot more protected takes 2 weeks, obviously. So we're not fully vaccinated at this point, obviously. We only have 1 dose, but we're on the road. We're building antibodies. It feels good. So much relief. It really puts into perspective how much COVID anxiety that I had, because now it's like this wave of relief that I've gotten vaccinated. Let's hope we can keep her in long enough that she gets the full 2nd dose, because if I get it on April 20th, I will be vaccinated 2 weeks after that, which is May 4th, and her due date is May 6th / May 10th, depending on what you look at. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this to be useful, please like this video. If you are a person who's worried about COVID, give this a like. If you're not worried, who are you? Anyway, weird existential crisis there. I will see you in the next one. Please consider subscribing. We don't do too much baby stuff. That's just not the theme of my channel, but I just wanted to make this for those of you who are maybe pregnant and anxious, because I know any person who's pregnant during a pandemic, it's scary. It's scary to be pregnant in general, because you don't want to get sick ever, because not just COVID can cause problems. But anyway, I'm rambling. I love you all. Have a beautiful day or night wherever you are. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.